And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our initiative run. Continuing off where we are in... I think technically this is Experimental Branch Release Candidate 12. We're getting close to, I think, trying to put up some orbitals. We're getting orbital core. We're getting them straight from Tier 1 to Tier 2 in the orbitals. We got a couple mines on Mars already in the process of being made. As soon as those are done, we're going to go and upgrade the two on the moons of Mars. And to be fair, the base is upgraded, right? So it's just... just that we had some don't necessarily want to take all the supporting resources off, right? The moons are actually where we're getting a lot of water and volatiles for sustaining everything else. Well, I suppose I don't have farms. I should probably get farms pretty soon. I don't remember what tech that's behind. We'll let some time pass. Cycle subversion. Should probably do that. I've definitely had situations where people have been attacking
even
my
as you thoughtlessly plunder.
launch facilities. You want to give me that? Public campaign. I could make do without that. Not giving you that admin org. You're still considering that a beneficial agreement. Maybe they don't have tier 1. I don't think the sharing here is too valuable, but they want it, so... Although maybe they also probably don't value the org very highly. I don't value the org very highly, so yeah, it's kind of fair at the moment. Yeah, sure. We'll probably just... Well, I do value it for having access to the public campaign mission. May later on care about that.
Offering support.
We've moved the needle.
See, we got 6 bases at tier 2. So 18. We got the one on the moon. So right now I could put 3 tier 2 or HABs up. 3 tier 2 orbital HABs up as soon as we get the orbital HAB one. Which is what we're working on.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
30th of
Public
October,
sentiment
so the
is
end of the month.
increasingly with us.
Admin node, we will probably want that sooner rather than later. Will also be really good in Earth orbit.
By the numbers.
There's a goal 3 of 9, 1 of 3. Almost got the space program here. When we do, we'll probably want to try to get those to mission control real quick.
Offering assistance.
Olympus Mons! Scientific expedition from Cobra Base has begun exploring Olympus Mons. More than twice the height of Mount Everest on Earth, Olympus Mons is the tallest mountain in the solar system, and one of the largest volcanoes. It's so large that observers standing on its peak would be unable to tell they were on a tall mountain, as the gentle downward slope extends well beyond the horizon. The awesome size of the Olympus Mons is thought to be due to the lack of mobile tectonic plates on Mars. Fixed over a stationary hotspot, the volcano was able to discharge lava for an extremely long time, creating its massive dimensions. Quick survey is all we need, or set up camp and collect as much information as possible. Spend some of that boost we got piled up, spend some of the money we got piled up, get 1,000 research. Yes, please. There's orbital core done, a little ahead of schedule. grab a regulatory capture for that 10 control point management. Yeah, I want that badly enough. We'll do it while we're doing national labs as well. Maybe don't want to be running 2 social science. Well, we don't really want to be running 3 at the same time, but it is what it is. Okay, we have a full lock on directed energy weapons. We're going to turn that down to slow. Maybe try to push industrialization in space, see if we can get control there. Probably won't, but be able to. That's a good amount of radioactives. We'll mark that as green.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Transnational Coordination Project. 40 mission.
We're winning their
control
hearts
points.
and minds.
That's a whole thing of control points in China, basically.
What the doctor means is that he has convinced atoms to emulate a Spartan phalanx. Just as those ancient warriors locked their shields together to protect one another, these atoms combine into unbreakable armor. Colonel Hans Castillo, touring a classified R&D facility in Terra.
Okay. So let's actually check. We still want to work towards the mirrors. Oh, I need full trajectory. Looking for a project, I need to be able to see the projects. So there's the mirror array. We'd like that. Solar mirror array. So we need super alloys and applied artificial intelligence. Let's probably go to the super alloys first, and then we might try to poke towards artificial intelligence. Yeah. We worked out we want super alloys. Here we go. Okay, we want control of that. We're gonna have to focus it. So I think at this point we're just gonna give up on trying to get industrialization of space. Or, well, have control of industrialization of space. Although we might still want to invest in it, so we maybe get a better probability of getting improved maintenance procedures. Kind of 100% on all the techs there, the projects there. The aliens are at Ceres, so they're getting closer.
Target secured.
The damage from a bullet is not caused by the projectile itself. It is caused by the energy of the impact. Energy weapons just cut out the middleman.
That's one way to describe energy weapons. Cutting out the middleman, eh? Quantum computing. That wasn't the one we needed, was it? Applied artificial intelligence, which needs quantum computing. Okay, so we're gonna do quantum computing into, well, assuming we have control. Quantum computing. Yeah. Give him industrialization space. I'd like to have control of these two if we can. Yeah, not enough water, not enough radioactives. I'm not that desperate for metal. Although maybe I should be. Although the reason I'm low on metal is because we've got 3 mines upgraded. We've got all our metal mines upgrading, except for the moon. So that's why we don't have any metal income at the moment. That should fix itself over a little bit of time. Okay, confirm, let some time pass. Oh, I haven't been checking on the counselors in the org and potential purchase
Lending
of
my
orgs.
expertise.
Could be better. Back a tour. Sadly, we have to make do with a remote tour because we don't have... The hab in this case is a place where we've only got a mine. So, don't have science income, don't have money income, don't have defensive score. So, I can make a remote tour because there's nothing to see except
Public
the mine.
sentiment is increasingly with us. The people will come to our side.
Oh, I just realized something. We did, we completed the thing, so I can get my habs going. Found an orbital. Low Earth orbit. And right now we gotta send the orbitals from Earth, so we'll send that one, and I think we want 2 out over at Mars. 1 on the L1. And then 1 at Mars itself. Low Mars orbit will work for that. Okay. Then we need to wait for those to arrive. The Earth one will arrive, obviously, much faster.
We've moved the needle.
And it's going to mostly be doing science, in the case of the Earth one. Nanotube filament radiator, yes. Oh, we don't like that. Can I back off on something else to get control back? No, they think they can simply take control from 0. That's maybe an indication that we're well outdone there, but we'll see. Oh, that's a bad one. Don't interest in that one. Tar has its spaceflight. Stop spoiling there for the moment, so we can get the mission control up real fast. It's only going to get 2, so it's not going to take very long. Although, there maybe isn't a lot of mission control there. It's a slightly different problem.
By the numbers.
Mines produce more water, and we'll want that eventually. Oh, no. Again, I'm not that desperate for metal. I think I want the places that we're probably looking for mines are going to be either there's something very rare, like the nobles or the radioactives, or they're going to be like 60 value some. Really, really interest me.
We're going in.
Okay, so you can pick up another point. Probably. Well, you're the commander. You should be command on you. Like, that's a no-brainer. That's one thing I could do is I could go for a denser admin org here. I'm not rich enough for it. Never mind. Ooh, 5 mission control. Not rich enough for it, but that would definitely be a good one. Okay. Otherwise, we don't have any XP. Confirm assignments. Let some time pass.
Offering counsel.
Like that one, if we wanted Warden Volatiles, that's got enough to be interesting to grab. And at some point, that's what we're going to want. We're going to want water for engines, and we're going to want volatiles for engine or for armor. Because I like my ships heavily armored with very big fuel tanks.
We've moved the
That
needle.
might not be meta, but that's the way I like to play. Not gonna mark this one red. It's got an interesting amount of radioactives.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, we've improved in India or in China enough. Move over to India. Like that. That's got a decent amount of nobles, decent amount of iron, of metal. That's all it's really got, but it's interesting.
Target destroyed.
And that's got a smattering of everything. I like that as read. That's interesting. Because Mars obviously got nerfed, we're going to do less on Mars. Although, we may still try taking over all Mars. I think Mars is at least going to pay for itself, sort of thing. Especially if you get good solar panels in it. Orbital mirrors in it. Again, I think that's summing up enough that that's a good enough one. Not launching anything for it.
Acknowledged.
Well, not going to go out of our way for it right away. But when we do
Must
start looking for
persuade
stuff,
the
that's
people.
definitely a place we're going. And we got 1.4. Right now we're not doing any spoiling, so we're not really making money. So we can pick up cheap stuff, we can't pick up expensive stuff. Up to 2. So yeah, pretty quick. Pretty quick going. Up to 1.3, 1.4. Again, the cap's still like 2.9. But yeah, if we get that up to the cap, then we can definitely focus on making Singapore quite a big economy. At least big relative to its population. Regulatory capture in March. We still have control over superalloys, although we're expected not to. Still have control over quantum computing. We aren't expected to retake control of industrialization of space, but we do want that done at some point for the construction modules and the shipyards. And the more of it we research, the bigger the modifier we get on the projects, discovery of the projects. Miranda, I'm pretty sure that's out. One of the gas giants. It is out at Uranus. Okay. Didn't know which gas giant, but I knew it was a gas giant. Like, this is a... meh. Not good enough. We don't need metal that
I will
badly,
help them.
in my experience. Kenya is held by the Resistance. Quantum battery. That's got a smattering, but none of the smattering's high enough. Unless I was desperate for the radioactives to really make that interesting. This is not a mark red, this is just going to leave it in the neutral color. So this is Vesta 4. This is one of the larger ones. And it shows water, volatiles, metals. The only thing that's really lacking is the radioactives. So that's an interesting place.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Again, we're looking for water and volatiles. That's a good place for it. Ooh, the Resistance has taken a spot in China. Not quite what I want. I'm surprised they got enough that they could take a point. We do definitely want the executive.
Score one for the good guys.
Maybe? I'll mark it as green. It's over 60. Some value. Again, you spend most of your metal building your ships. So if you build ships that don't blow up, you don't need a lot of metal. On the other hand, if you build ships that blow up all the time, then you probably want a lot of metal. I tend not to like playing that way, but that's maybe a personal thing. Anyway, I think we're going to continue assaulting alien assets.
Gear up.
Playing that proverbial xenofauna. Yeah, I can probably make do... Like, we want it for the mission control, but we don't really need it for the boost anymore. Taking one of these rocketries off. US Special Force Group on there. Get us some more command on the commander.
Taking it to them.
Regulatory card capture still in March. I don't need to wait until March. This is worth going over camp for. Take the executive in China, please. We'd like it not to be resistance held. At this point, it can only be me or the resistance that can take it, so we're going to take it so that we have it.
Offering assistance.
There we go, mine's coming online. So with that, I can afford you being upgraded. Tooltip, get out of my way, please. Thank you. Oh, here's the other orbital. Well, not orbital, the other moon of Mars. There we go. So that's going to reduce the amount of volatiles and water coming in, because that's what we're mainly mining on these moons. But they do that more when it's done, so it'll pay itself back in a reasonable amount of time.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Oh yeah, that's a definite one. Good one for volatiles.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Corrupt generals. Countering the influence of military is something that many human polities have experienced throughout history. China's sustained efforts drew on the experience to shift the balance of power in China, eventually managing to get most of the stolen assets seized and redistributed. These power games have not been good for the accountability of the political system, though. Losing military attack loses democracy. Okay.
Velze is secure.
We've got our people in place.
There we go. That's put us over cap, but we got places we can abandon to get down to a reasonable amount. Specifically, we're going to go ahead and abandon the one over here in the Netherlands. And then we got a tiny little island over here in... Well, islands. There's a couple islands. knowledge and welfare and such. Going to abandon for the moment. That leaves us only 2 over, which is decently close to where we want to be. There we go. So at some point we'll be wanting the last point in China. It's not worth breaking the non-aggression pact, especially when they've got it protected. I'm gonna try reaching out to. Actually, I should have you specifically. Oh,
Making our case.
I'll have one of these guys reach out to
What's the op?
the servants. Get the non-aggression back to them. That would be
Establishing
good.
contact.
We've been trying, but it hasn't been working. Yeah, this might super allies the lost cause. Hello, Twitch chat saying hey, hey. Sorry if that chat message was sitting there for a moment. I don't necessarily, not necessarily the best at checking Twitch chat. I've got it on a separate monitor. So we need that for solar mirror allies, but that's working. Okay. So I'm thinking we probably just give up and slow that down. And we can't take that one back. Okay. So we're probably not going to get those 2 choices. That's fine. We're going to hold on to this one, hopefully.
We'll open a channel.
Your greed is shameful, but it is of no consequence.
Yeah, they don't see the value of the non-aggression pact, which is a bit of a shame. You know, I can probably give you some water. Maybe like 100 water.
Offering counsel.
Okay, the counselor returned was
With all
attempts
due
returned again.
respect, there are only 2 things that really matter here. Getting wherever we need to be fast, and not getting ourselves killed in the process. Commander Fiona Ayawade, technical briefing.
Yeah, you'd prefer not to get killed in the process of getting to where you need to go. Okay, so we run the risk, or run the potential to take control of this. This is a pretty short one, so we'd like that choice again. Apparently we're being slated to lose control of Quantum on that one. We'll do this anyway. I don't... we might lose control. You're going to control the Asia game. Doing something a little bit weird, and it might not pay off. The wiki says, and the wiki may not be accurate anymore, but the wiki says that as the Initiative, which we're playing as, we can get non-aggression pacts, in theory, with everyone. We've managed to get it with 5. I'm trying to get it with the servants, in which case then we can just take territory and mostly be ignored on Earth is kind of the plan. At the end of the day, the servants are probably the first ones we're going to give up on. And then we're going to be mean to the servants probably for the rest of the game once we finally do give up. Ooh, that was a brownout. That probably killed the internet. That does kill the internet. Let's put a quick save in here so we don't lose everything if the internet, or if the entire power grid comes down here. I am on. Still see the stream, yeah. That's good to see. Definitely saw it hit the upload bits. But yeah, we had a brownout. I'm on an uninterruptible power supply, so the computer shouldn't go down if the blip is short.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Putting a quick save just in case
Cleaning
we
things up.
have something more serious happen. The Twitch chatter is saying, I have brought my bad luck to you. Well, hopefully not too bad. We shall see. Okay. Earth module up. We got access to Tier 2 solar, so we'll put one of these up in Earth orbit. And then we probably just want to stack up good modifiers here. There's an argument just to find the alien. Could just stack up into the knowledge labs and find the alien real fast. Mission control is also pretty valuable. I could literally afford to run 10 of those. That would be an option. Yeah, let's run 10 space sciences. Get the full 30% mission control priority boost. And with that, we still have 10 power, so we can take one xenology lab. So, not necessarily an ideal station, but it's a really good early game one, I think, for low Earth orbit here.
The people will come to our side.
We hold no sway in their minds.
One thing I'm not too certain about. Okay, they're in South Africa. It's good to know. That means we go find and attempt to kill one of the aliens. So we got tolerance to the servants. What is our comparison resources? Servants have pretty comparable money, influence. We got much better ops, much better boost. They got a lot of mission control. We got better science. Not gonna go dig up how many gears I've got. I could have the same number. They have more mission control, or more control points. They're running a deficit in water and volatiles. Have no radioactives in metal. So to be fair, they might not be willing to get an aggression pact because I am much better off than they are right now. So it might be envy that's actually catching me here. It's not giving the non-aggression pact. Might have had to do it earlier.
Target secure.
No, you go hunt the uniforms. Also, relations. Manage relations. Things that I have full control over, like Saudi Arabia, UAE, Singapore, Qatar. Make them allies of China, please. And I suppose I should do it the rest of the way around, or at least do Saudi Arabia now. There we go. Make a hug box with all the nations that I have control of. Nanotube armor, we're going to want that. It's probably what we're going to want to armor our first ships with, if we're going to armor them at all. And they did nerf for the frontal armor. Probably not worth moving stuff around, although that is, oh, it's a 3-star, but it's a 2 espionage, yeah, okay. Oh, you're actually pretty affordable. Might want to get you on someone as a replacement. Who's expensive but is good science work? Okay, we got some pretty good orgs here. I should do some modifications. Okay, so I think both of the criminals, or one criminal, or the other criminal, both the criminals have only got criminal admin orgs. Which is fair, criminal admin orgs are strong. You got 20 espionage, so if we take Hong Kong, we'd have to take the mission control ones off. Although that might not be the worst of plans. And then the other criminal would be sort of the same thing. We'd have to take the mission control off. Oh, I could take that criminal one off. I don't think you need it for assassinate. Yeah, you've got that cartel which is providing you espionage. Or I could take the engineering ones off. I don't need the engineering ones that badly, I think. How many do we have actually? Six surplus. So I definitely don't need that many. Definitely trade away some of those. Of course, what I could do is I could move them around so we get the mission control on this one, keep the mission control. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Doing a lot of thinking here on the fly. So we want to take orgs off of you so we can fit mission control ones. We've got 6 mission control. Technically, we got 4 gears here. We're just going to basically pull 4 gears off. Might technically go ahead and sell them. I'm not that far into the method processing here. Another brown out. I think that one actually hit the, that one I think actually got the router that time. We may be making this a shorter stream than I had planned, if the internet decides to cut out. Hasn't come down yet, so we're going to keep poking. Won't lose too much progress, I think, if the whole thing does come crashing down. Okay, so you've got 2 Oh, you've got space, but you've got no... Or you got org capacity, but not org number. Fair enough. You would want a big org if you would take an org. And you would take 1 stars. Honestly, we're probably better off with that engineering one over the other ones. So I'm tempted to try to hold on to that one. Mr. Science Guy, what do you got, Mr. Science Guy? We got some pretty big science ones like the 3-star from CERN. For a 2-star, that's not too bad, although I wouldn't necessarily want to yoink that. Although we probably... that's a tempting yoink. Wait for a rearrangement. And if you want to put more science on you, I've got to take something off. Take a 3-star off, put a 3-star on. And that would actually cap out our science. That's not a bad pull. Let's unassign you for the moment. Put CERN on. That makes you to go to science cap. So yeah, in theory that means we don't want any more science. Don't need any more science on you. Although the WHO wouldn't be too bad. Life science, 3 science, for basically 3 for 3. And I do need to move something off the bench at this point, so some of these gotta go. Can't hold on to all these engineerings. Unless I put them somewhere. And I don't think I got that many homes, so some of them are going. So 1 and 2. Probably want more command here. Well, I could take you off. That wouldn't be too bad to take off. Could put the science one back on. That'd give us another 3% materials, but materials isn't super valuable. Got a 1-star spot here. Again, it probably doesn't make sense to grab that over a gear. Let's actually just grab that one. We may try to move it someplace else. Later. Yeah, and we'll just go ahead and sell another gear. Like that's because it's nice because it's got science and a gear, which is better than just the gear by itself. So I'm checking these 2 stars because I'm trying to decide if I want to replace them with this one. So the 2 project is like 2... It's about 10% bonus. So there's an argument like, oh yeah, you replace with that, and it's about the same as if it's missing the science. And then we're down to the 1 stars at that point. That trade doesn't make sense. More admin. Can't sadly take use of. You'd go on a government. Can I get you on the commander? Oh, I don't have the influence for that right now. So if that's still around when we get up to 200 again, we might pick that up. 3 command on the 3-star is not bad. That would even be worth probably dumping one of the 1-star 1 commands for. We just needed the space. Okay, looks like the stream is coming back. So if we don't have any more almost brownouts take out the power, then we should be fine the rest of the stream. We'll see if that continues. Yes, the struggle. We got lots of things that would be useful. I think that would be pretty good. That's for mission control. We are struggling mission control. Okay, let's bench you, put the 4 mission control on. Plus 5% to generating more mission control, yeah. Yep, I am back. The power didn't go out, but one of the brownouts was long enough apparently to take the router, I think. But internet did come back after a short bit. I didn't stop recording. We're still working through the process here on figuring out how we want to work these orgs. Twitch chat saying nice, nice, yeah. Okay, let's swap those two. I'm going to sell you, buy you. Plus 1 net espionage, that's good. And yeah, I think I did reduce my down to 3 engineering orgs. Well, 3 surplus, so I think it's 4 total. Not assigned to some, or assigned to someone. So he sold a couple off. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna get. That's gonna be good if we get up to 200 or it disappears. Lots of good orgs in the pool. And I can't have them all assigned at the same time. It's the struggle. Okay. And yeah, regulatory capture will fix our point problem. We're 2.4 over, and let's give them 10. So let's confirm assignments, let some time pass.
Initiating contact.
Your greed is shameful, but it is of no consequence.
Give them a little bit of volatiles. Generous deal. They're not willing to give us... Oh, apparently they're willing to sell us one of their bases. Don't know where that base is, so I'm not going to buy it. Although, it would need me more than that, presumably. Okay.
Offering support.
Another thing I might do is we've got more mission control now. I'm going to go ahead and grab a second interface orbital. This one we're going to do Xenology Labs. Those are the 2 bonuses out of the existing current labs that we got that I really want for the interface bonuses. Not too worried about the welfare or the military bonus. We've already got, well, I say have. The HAB hasn't finished building yet, so we don't have. But when we do have it done, we'll have the 10 on there, and we'll have 1 Xenology. I want to add another 9 Xenology. And this is obviously temporary until we get to tier 2. Oh, actually, I only need 8, because this caps out at 9, not 10. So 8 plus the 1 is the 9. There we go. So these are the 2 spare slots. Do you want materials? Materials actually wouldn't be that bad, because that's at least a science bonus. Oh no, that's military priority. Yeah, so we can do those at like Mars or something, that'd be better. We'll grab a couple space docks. Might be able to ship it too. I think there... Oh, it might only be an influence bonus, but I think there's a bonus to... First ship made. Apparently our stuff is growing because the gap is getting bigger and not smaller.
We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side.
Although, yeah, China's growing. That's fair enough. Okay. Illis Platina. Okay, so that's the most recent of our Mars mines. Skunk works, you know, we'll want that.
Unable to destroy target.
I'm here. Reaching out.
Okay, so just pick up regulatory capture during the next cycle.
We'll open a channel.
Your greed is shameful, but it is of no consequence.
Yeah, it's showing up there, but they're not able to bring them around to it.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, so we're running the risk of losing control in the places that we want to control. And there really isn't anything I can do about it. It's probably already too late to keep control of that one. Yeah, it's already too late to keep control of that one. We've already lost control. And we can, if we go all in on that one, keep that one. So, we'll do that. Our asset goes silent. Okay, so we'll have to try to share another one of the surfing counselors. They've counted the intelligence sharing. That's slightly concerning. Although that might be
Public
envy.
opinion
Again, it might
is
be
moving in our
in the lead,
direction.
so I might start
We're
envying
winning
me
their
at
hearts
this
and
point.
minds.
Regulatory capture, okay. And it would still be tempted to do things like skunk works, but we're gonna hold off on that. Bonuses in knowledge, Miltech, environment, boost. We've got the materials lab, yeah, okay. Okay, let's start working on Alien Origin. We need this for the main quest at some point. or actually no, I've at some point I need to get the solar mirrors done for some of the stuff I'm working on. So let's work on getting that done.
You contain multitudes. Every breath you take may
Electrothermal
contain
bullshit.
atoms of Tutankhamun, or Christ, or Asimov. For any human to think of themselves as intrinsically apart from others is absurd. We are, all of us, made from each other. Superior.
That's one way to describe that. Not necessarily the most accurate way to describe that. It's probably not even worth contributing to electrothermal. Electrothermal's gonna, well, if it's worth contributing to electrothermal, it's worth contributing from Ready, Set, Go. Then we lose... Yeah, we'll just try to get electrothermal done. Real hard and fast. Because having the choice is valuable. Don't really want to lose the control on quantum. But I don't currently have the control on quantum, so accepting that we don't have it might be the way forward. The Earth has, when they're done, are going to provide a decent amount of science. Well, I say, well, yeah, when done. When the solar is done, that'll work. So we got 8 days into March, so 26 days, and we're getting 55 science from there.
Target destroyed.
In the Twitch chat, in response to probably me commenting on the main quest, is like, main quest stuff. Pfft. I'm like, yeah, that's often how I feel about it, but we at least want to get far enough in the main quest where we get our faction org. There are some very nice things in the main quest, in sort of the early mid portion of it.
Making contact.
Yoders. Heading to the LZ.
So I didn't have the 200 for the thing anyway, and the thing's gone, so wouldn't be too concerned about that. Some of these are pretty nice. 3 for 5, or well, 5 for 3, and it pays us money. It's not bad. Although, actually, that's pretty cheap. I could actually potentially slot that. I'm trying to figure out which one's the expensive ones. Okay, so let's sell you. That gives us the slot to slot you in, which provides 5. So we're over cap again. Our cap here is 24. That's 26. So we can then go ahead and sell one of these. Bring us down 23, 23. So technically we could pick up another admin here and slot something else in the future. So that wasn't a bad plan. And that one, the new one here, does generate revenue. So from 2 admin orgs, that's definitely the better set of them. Okay, So you should probably augment with espionage. Yeah. Plus 3% is pretty good. Yeah, plus 3% is pretty good. I'm out of context on exactly what that was in reference to, but... Economic growth. It can be, yeah. Oh, and that was apparently in reference to here. Plus 3% economy, yeah. Although we traded it for... Oh yeah, the old ones didn't have any eco, so it gives us money, more monthly income, gives us more eco, and is more org efficient. So in the future that might let us have another org as well. Okay, our science guy should probably up his espionage, so he gets detected less. Ooh. No, science guy should save up for senior systems engineer for more mission control. So he needs to save up to 40, okay. Yep, so we have control of those two. That means we select something useful there, that's good.
Establishing contact.
Your greed is shameful, but it is of no consequence.
I'll sell them some water. Just here, have 10 water.
Offering
We
assistance.
haven't befriended them enough, apparently, to get them to the point where we can make an non-aggression pact. And I think at this point we're probably being hit
Sounds
with
like
MV.
you want to use a space heater to push a spaceship. That can't be terribly strong, so I hope it's bloody cheap. Chairman Soren van Beek, comments to Cape Chemicals technology team.
Good old Chairman Soren. Sounds like you want to use a space heater to push a spaceship. That can't be terribly strong, so I hope it is bloody cheap. Okay, so that tech's out of the way. Argument maybe to do that one to get the ion drive. We'll be wanting a drive at some point soon. Yeah, let's move towards the ion drive. That slot. Well, if you wanted water and volatiles, there's definitely lots of asteroids that supply that. They're set to lead electrostatic, which is annoying. Okay, looks like... no, they're still set to lead. Well, not going to take more off of that side, so it is what it is.
The people will come to our side.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Okay. And we just finished with the council action. I think this is a good place to put a part break in for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. The plan is to record 5 parts tonight. We've just finished recording the 3rd part, so we've got 2 more parts we're going to record. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to sip some tea and stretch the legs. Try to do that every once an hour. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.